We got to break Cereba up. Cereba is a cartel. We have to own our grid because we paid for it. You had it too long. That's number one. We need to control the purchasing of fuel because we pay for it. We should be in charge of buying it. The fuel companies, you better buckle up too. Jackson Point pipeline have to be reverted back to the ownership of the country. Oh, Mario, you can't tell them how to operate their business. Well, yes, we can. Having this idea that you're going to impose what's best because of what the law tells you can do will cause an uprising in this country that you've never seen before. My children are going to be saddled with the debt of a billionaire so that he can have his name printed on everything we got around here. Because let me tell you something, this is Dart Island. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Word of Mouth. As promised, I say we'll be getting back in the studio very soon, and I made good on that promise. So we're just doing a quick broadcast, testing all our equipment. We haven't used it in months and months, so we're just making sure that we get back up and running. And tonight, we're just going to make the announcement that we'll be back in the studio on a regular basis. And anybody out there in election land and politics land, you just contact us and we can do all your customized videos and whatnot. So. But yeah, all the topical issues, all the things that we talk about always on Word of Mouth, over here is where we call a spade, and no control narrative, no paid narrative, no, everything that we do over here is independent and honest and upfront. So tonight we're just doing a dry run, making sure that all our backgrounds, we got a nice new studio, and we're getting ready to get back on a regular basis. We got a few topics that we want to talk about on Friday and then into next week. We have a lot of things swirling around in the media right now. We have where they had the conservation bill debate and amendments. The funny thing is that I saw an article came out from the NCA. They made a statement saying something about government gutting. The funny thing is that ever since CNS, Wendy Ledger and her antics over at CNS, when she cleverly named the headline of her article saying that the government wants to gut the NCC bill, which caused a lot of alarm and issues and misinformation within the community. So people just think that that's what the government wanted to do. And clearly, I want to make it clear, I'm not taking any sides. I just think that if there were amendments, that the government should have come forward, explain to the public what sort of amendments, what the impacts were, and also I think that on both sides with DOE and the National Conservation Council, I just think that we've been left in the dark on this topic, which is why it's gotten to the point where it is right now. And also we want to continue to talk about the energy policy, the scaremongering tactic that CUC used about rolling blackouts because they were they couldn't manage the capacity of the all the new development and increased population, which was a load of crap anyway. So we all know that now clearly. You remember a year and a half ago when they got permission to bring in battery storage? So where the battery storage is? How come they didn't put that online? They got do the waivers to bring in these batteries, and they haven't used them. Why they haven't used them? So how could they be telling the public that they're at nearing peak of their capacity, and they're concerned that they would have to do rolling blackouts in order to conserve and provide? It is a pile of foolishness. But again, these are some of the topics that we're going to be talking about. We're talking about housing, we're talking about cost of living, we're talking about energy distribution and all these things. So like I said, this broadcast is just to do a test run to make sure our equipment was still running and to announce that we will be back up and running from the office from this standpoint. And then you'll be able to get us on YouTube as well now. And we're going to probably be putting some videos on our TikTok page, which is one of our new additions to what we have. So we look forward to bringing you the news as straight as possible and as honest as possible without any paid narrative. So again, to all you new politicians who want to run for election, we encourage you. We're going to be having Friday night roundtable discussions about all the topic, the headlines and the topical issues that we face. And certainly we're open to anybody who willing to come and have their conversation here on this platform. So again, this is a short broadcast. I'll see you guys on Friday. We're gonna be doing a live broadcast on regular schedule like we used to do in the past. So thank you all for taking the time to watch this small little short segment, and certainly we'll do our very best to keep this going for long in the future. Have a good night.
We got to break Sariba up. Sariba is a cartel. We have to own our grid because we paid for it. You had it too long. That's number one. We need to control the purchasing of fuel because we pay for it. We should be in charge of buying it. The fuel companies, you better buckle up too. Jackson Point pipeline have to be reverted back to the ownership of the country. Oh, Mario, you can't tell them how to operate their business. Well, yes, we can. Having this idea that you're going to impose what's best because of what the law tells you can do will cause an uprising in this country that you've never seen before. My children are going to be saddled with the debt of a billionaire so that he can have his name printed on everything we got around here. Because let me tell you something, this is Dart Island.